Okay, my iPhone sucks. I got interrupted. So for a really delicate white sauce, you're going to want to use white flour. But like I said, this is country sausage gravy. This really does not matter too much, what color it is. So it's just depending on the feel of it. You're going to want to cook it until it feels like a nice thick paste. Yeah, I'd probably put in about half a cup of flour in here. And like I said, this is the base of all white sauces. This is Alfredo sauce, the base of linguine sauce, the base of clam sauce, the base of any white sauce you can think of. You can make with this. This is the base of mac and cheese. So, I'm going to turn up the heat a little now. The higher the heat, the faster it's going to turn into the kind of paste you need. And this is the key. You gotta keep whisking, or else it will burn a lot. And I'm gonna check on my biscuits, and they're not quite ready yet. I cheated on the biscuits, but they're not quite there. They need another minute. So, whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Let it kind of do its thing. I might need more flour than I anticipated because I got a lot of butter. There we go. I got a lot of butter in here. And turn my heat down. So you can see it kind of gets thick, and I'm going to cook it for another minute. This is going to be a brown gravy. And sometimes these things turn out this way. And like I said, the longer you cook it, the browner it's going to be, and it's going to have a richer taste, which, like I said, for something like a sausage gravy, that's just fine. That's how that works. Okay. And you can tell by the feel of it, it's a thick paste. It doesn't have to be too thick. But what you're going to do now to start the sauce is you're going to slowly, this is going to be a pain in the ass with the camera on, but I can do it. Woo! I'm going to add some milk in and whisk the hell out of it. And you're going to feel it thickening under your, see? Now it's nice and thick. You're going to feel it thickening under your fingers. Oh, I don't want this to burn. Now remember, you can always take it off the heat. See? Nice and thick. Now it's not going to burn. Let me get my other thing of milk. Actually, some more milk in. There we go. You can always take it off the heat. Always. Some more milk in. The more you whisk, the less it's going to have. You don't want a lumpy gravy. Ugh. The less lumps it's going to have. So, whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. 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 So, don't panic. You can always add you could always add a little more milk to it. You can always take it off the stove. There's a lot of options here. Okay, so now it's really thick. It's not burning anymore. You can see a lot of the lumps are gone. I'm going to add in my beautiful heavy cream. So I can prop this up in my dress. There we go. Okay, that's a lot better. Now I have two hands. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Alright, see, now it's starting to look like a gravy. You're going to want to make it a little, if you're doing sausage gravy, and okay, you're going to want to make it a little loose. I mean loose like drippy. Because when you do sausage gravy, you cook the sausage beforehand, obviously. And the biscuit should be done. So, let me take my biscuits out so they don't do anything funky. I'm running out of room to cook because I have a tiny kitchen. I am going to... shoot. There we go. Grab a dish towel because I have no clue where my stuff is. Biscuits. Fold this sucker up. Biscuits are out and beautiful. And they go on the chair and we hopefully don't melt the hell out of anything. I hope. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hot. Don't be like me and forget to turn the stove off. Okay, so we're whisking and it's already thicker. Whisk, 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 whisk. Add more heavy cream and we should be good. Alright. What you're gonna do now is, if you're like me, you want half a cup or a whole cup? You're going to get a cup of milk for your husband because he's going to ask because you have it out, which is fine. Alright, so you can see now the sauce is out of like the dangerous stage where you have to whisk the hell out of it. You're welcome. Alright. But, you know, whisk does not hurt. Here's where you put your spices in. I use ground mustard. And the reason I use ground mustard is when you have a really good sauce and it has that bite to it, that's ground mustard. White pepper because I like the taste. And black pepper to add a little color because it's sausage gravy. I don't measure because I don't have to. I'd say for a tiny bit of gravy this size, a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half is going to be enough. Let's see. Salt. Remember to the salt, and again, I'm not measuring because I don't have to. Probably a teaspoon of salt. You can always add salt in, you can't take it out. But if you do add too much salt to a dish, you can always add more milk, more cheese, more something. And in the end, there we go, white pepper. In the end, if your dish is too thin, you can do a cornstarch slurry, which is very simply putting a tablespoon of cornstarch in a glass, adding a little water, and very quickly mixing it with, I usually use a knife. Get it mixed up and you add it slowly to your sauce as it boils and it will thicken it. Hopefully I do not have to do this here because that would suck. So, add a little bit more. I like my stuff spicy. With the country gravy, you want it to have the obvious pepper in it because that tastes amazing. Taste it. Tastes good. A little more mustard. If you're like me, and you don't have any more fingerprints left on your finger from doing food, you can probably just taste it and dip your finger in because you're not doing it on hot, like super hot. Need some more salt. Always taste it. Taste, 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 taste. But yeah, I'd use a spoon. You dip the spoon. Don't put your finger right in there because it is hot and I'm just used to it. And of course, I get some on my dress. So, when your sauce tastes exactly the way you want it, you can add your meat back in. Like I said, I like it with spice. So total, I probably put 4 tablespoons. This is half a stick of butter with the drippings from the sausage. Half a cup of flour. Let's see, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, a tablespoon of white pepper, and you can always just use the black pepper. 4 tablespoons of ground mustard and a tablespoon of salt, and half a pint of heavy cream, all total. So I'm going to end this by putting my meat back in and end the video. Thanks for watching.